Our next guest talks to dead people, and he uses his psychic abilities to guide the living by tapping into messages from beyond and helping us develop our own psychic powers. We welcome world-renowned psychic medium, spiritual mentor, and psychotherapist Venice Jenna. Thank you, Venice, for coming. And we looked in the outer world and found that you were a star in Grease, the movie. You were a singer-dancer.
Yeah, I don't know about the star part, but yes, definitely, yeah.
As in the big blockbuster movie.
The original one, not
look.
two.
No,
please.
yes.
See?
There you are.
John Travolta's sister, who was my partner in the dance-off. Yeah.
That's you?
That is me. 40 some odd years ago, I just gave away my age.
Vincent,
okay?
I love this, that we find out these things about people here.
Oh gosh, please. This was at the end of the entire shooting, and we looked like wrecks there, but yeah, but that's John and me, yeah.
Wow, you've come a long way. You were talking to John Travolta, now you're talking to dead people.
Well, isn't that Hollywood? I mean, first you're in a blockbuster movie, and the next thing it's dead people, right? So, can't help it. No, it's natural.
How do you talk to dead people?
iPhone 10.
I got one of those.
It's one of those apps on there now. I mean, you know, Apple is developing everything these days. Well, the thing is, we all have the ability to be able to connect because, first of all, life does not end, all right? We're energies having a physical experience, so energy is never destroyed, so therefore, we continue. So all it is a matter of listening and feeling. We don't listen. We don't listen to people who are alive, no less listen to people who are dead, right? So mom may cross over, or deceased a partner, or anybody that you love, your brother, your sister, and they're around us all the time. They're always trying to guide us, help us, but all we have to do is listen. You know those times where you're driving in the car and you have absolutely no idea why you look to the left, but that's the left. You look to the left, and it's a good thing you did because somebody was crossing the street and something told you to, or those instances. Well, those are the voices that are coming to us all the time to guide us. And sometimes we listen, but most of the time we're so caught up in the mundane world that we don't hear, we don't pay attention. But people talk about hearing and feeling all the time, so it really is easier than you think.
Now, you have 4 steps to help us develop our psychic powers.
Yes, everybody. First of all, so that you know, everyone is connected to a source. Carl Jung called it the collective unconscious mind. That's why he was able to develop the concept of archetypes, which means if you ask somebody in the United States what the word mother means to you, that person's going to come up with the exact same meaning as a person all the way over in Japan. Why is that possible? Well, his theory was because we are connected to one place, one source, where all information resides. And information about you, Kathy, you, Joey, you, Linda, and you, Stephanie, absolutely, it resides there. And again, your intuition, if you did not have intuition, you wouldn't survive. That's intuition and psychic ability is all the same. Now, all I did was open the doors. Well, actually, the doors were open for me when I was 28 years old and I had a spiritual awakening that was like a tsunami on me. Then all those doors and channels opened where I was able to hear. And once I found out of 35 years of working at this, that everybody can do it. So yes, I've narrowed it down to only 4 steps to be able to do that.
Okay, so first was believe, second, clear your mind.
Clear your mind and clear your channels. So the first step is absolutely, you have to believe you're connected. That's number 1. Number 2, we have so much negative stuff that goes on in our lives, that's going to block everything. Even talking with deceased loved ones, grief is natural, but grief is also a negative feeling, and that negative feeling closes your heart, and usually you're feeling heartache and things like that, and loss. Well, that shuts you down rather than opening you up. So you have to clear that as much as possible. Your regular daily life and all the things that you've been through that you're angry about, frustrated about, that gets in the way. So the more you clear that, that's your heart. And this is your heart center, your heart chakra. You open up your heart more, you're going to connect better. As a matter of fact, there is a study and a science called heart math. because scientists are researching and realizing that the human heart affects the earth. And they discovered that there is a satellite orbiting the earth right now that the United States put up that measures the positive energy flowing around the earth.
That's
Wow. Now, number 3 was meditate. Number
Meditate.
4, honor your inner voice. What do you mean by that?
Okay. We get those intuitive feelings all the time, right?
Yeah.
You get the feeling of, oh, gee, you know, I shouldn't be at this party, or I don't know about this guy or this girl here, right? You feel that from somebody. That's automatic, right? Or maybe you shouldn't take this job, you should take this job instead. But what we do is we then talk against that. We use our intellect and talk ourselves out of those intuitive feelings. So you have to trust what comes in and honor it. What I mean by honor it is listen to it. We chalk it off. It's my imagination. I have clients tell me all the time, you know what? My mother passed last month and I felt her in the living room, but I thought it was just my imagination. Well, if it is your imagination, that's the primary way we communicate with that side. So let it happen and trust it and believe it, and it happens more.
Can you do a quick reading? I know you can't do the life story or the future of anybody here. Could you do a psychic
actually,
reading?
I can do the future too. Okay, yeah, all right. If you really do want to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you don't mind, Linda, may
We'll have to do it quickly.
Yes, real quick. Okay. So for you, first of all, you have the nurturing, such a nurturing heart. You've been nurturing people all your life. You're a mama to everybody. Okay. You're Mama Linda. You love everybody, and as a child, you also did a lot of singing. You were very demonstrative and you were out there. That's what I keep hearing, is they telling me that you sang, you did songs, whether you made them up or ever, you just spoke a lot. So
Yes,
you're
I did.
definitely
My
in the
teacher
perfect
said.
industry, right? Okay, and that's a good thing. So what's happening, I see even greater things still. You are still at the beginning of more of your life and an expansion that's coming up.
Whoa, I love this.
Absolutely, and wonderful out in the public. You got to be out in the public all the time. It's gonna
Oh,
happen.
you can hear more of this for yourself, because Vincent is going to be at the Sarasota Center of Light. He's going to be there tonight, and his presentation is an evening of mediumship messages. He's going to be there tomorrow afternoon to talk about how to be Dr. Doolittle, how to talk to the animals. And for more information, go to the SarasotaCenterofLight.com.